fishing pro, and today I want to show you how to adjust your bait caster and its drag. So the drag system on a bait caster, a lot different than when you're dealing with your spinning rod. So basically, I run a left-handed one. You got this star drag system here on this favorite rod in real combo. This is a Soleus XCS. So when I back this off and I turn it clockwise, just like that, you can see it gets real loose. Super easy to pull out, which is good. If you're fighting a fish, maybe you want to loosen it up a little bit. Depending on what bait you're using, how big of the hook is, power of the rod, that's when you're going to do all those adjustments. But to make that super simple, you got to tighten it back up. You're going to turn that counterclockwise. You can hear it clicking, and I'm going to check it. So see here, right there, I can pull it. I'm throwing a Z-Man chatterbait. It's got a pretty big hook in it, pretty stiff rod. I got to be able to drive that hook really home in there. So I want this pretty tight. I'm going to crank this down where I can just barely pull it. So see there, it's just barely slipping a little bit, but it's a super simple way to make that adjustment. And when I hook the fish, it'll give a little bit, but enough that you're not going to lose them. When you want to back this off would be a situation, maybe you're throwing something with treble hooks, you're throwing a top water, you're throwing a crankbait, that sort of thing. I'm going to back it off so you loosen it up a little bit. See, just give a little pull and that drag will slip a little bit. So if I'm fighting a fish, say I cast out there, had my drag cranked down, fishing this chatterbait, reeling it along, twitch, and instead of hook it. If I get that fish and it's hooked and I got that initial hook getting driven through its mouth, then I might back this off just a little bit. Don't get crazy with backing it off. You don't want this thing to be peeling and sliding on all over the place. That's more so a spinning rod, which we'll go over in the future on one of the videos. But this, keep it pretty tight. You want to keep this with a bait caster to keep those fish moving towards you. You're not going to be doing a whole lot of playing them out for the most part when you're fishing with a bass and a bait caster. You want to be able to hook them, get them into the boat. The only time that really changes if you hook a true giant, you get one of those fish that are 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 pounds, something like that. Then you got to play them a little bit more. But I think those couple little adjustments of how to use that bait caster drag here on the Soleus XCS will help you. Just tighten it, which is going counterclockwise. Loosen it up is counterclockwise. Will be good little tips to help you catch more fish.